Welcome, 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 everybody, ladies and gentlemen, back to the Dome.
The Dome!
Where right now we're watching a bunch of idiots.
I would like to point out this would not be possible if we hadn't have speed run the side quest. All the pro heroes would have left like in a day from now.
Yeah, pretty much. 3 days actually, but whatever. So, day -2. So
Day -2, everybody.
So
we haven't even started school yet.
Listen, in America, we keep busy, okay? We keep busy. So the bus driver lands right next to the hero's parking area, scaring the shit out of one of the heroes here. Who says, "What the fuck? Why is there a bus?" That's not a bus.
They're a flying bus.
Why is there a spider bus? Holy fuck, it's Choo Choo Charles, he says, running inside.
He got childhood trauma, doesn't he?
Someone.
Taking my quirk back.
You taking your quirk?
You're not gonna let the bus keep the super speed quirk? I feel like that'd be very helpful in the future.
You forgot that I take permanent negatives to having quirks out.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Yeah,
you can have what?
I reduce my
minus
some of my
10%?
stat scores. I have a minus 10% to stamina and HP.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough.
So, with a stumble out, you guys get out, and Sarah says, "No, it's just a bus." Well, the bus. How you doing, bus? Do any of you speak Latin?
Absolutely not. Why does the bus speak
No.
Latin?
Okay.
I give the bus a nuke. Any words that it uses in Latin are translated to English.
I don't speak Latin, but I have animal handling expertise.
Unfortunately, that does not allow you to understand. That's a good question.
It's actually so weird. What's wrong with you?
Backstory rolls.
That makes sense. The bus says the following. Pelu Tongyulese Akmir Lamkere.
Telling you to put his tongue on him.
What? Sarah says?
You heard me.
Oh, what? Sarah doesn't speak Latin.
No.
We found the weakness, boys. The one thing Sarah can't do.
And the bus says 9!
Whoa! Can't be saying that word around here.
Ja! Ekmeko.
Oh.
I'm trying to read this off of Google Translate, but it's difficult. Ekmeko fakas. Yeah. Ein fuck good.
Oh, he fucks good.
9! Shut up, bus, the bus driver says, stepping off of it. Ja. It turns away. Sorry, they're obsessed with Germanic languages. Now then. I see that Cole is having an issue with his dog currently, so... Grayskull, welcome back to the stadium. You guys are currently in the Heroes parking lot. Let's roll a random encounter, shall we? Since this is a place guaranteed to find an NPC of some kind, or maybe you get mugged. Let's find out.
Oh, come on, mugging. The
Come on,
irony.
Nat 20, Deku tries to mug me.
That is a named NPC.
I got it too. Got it too.
That's one of the heroes. One.
Maximan, is that you? Your son's here. I'm returning him. He's too much of a fucking,
no
he's too much of a
way.
pussy.
You're right.
He's too much of a pussy. It's Maximan.
It is. It is.
Maximan, your son's here.
It's a non number 1 NPC. A 1 is Maximan. He's literally number 2.
Man, you fucking suck.
So just in the parking lot, currently smoking just this really long sausage in his mouth, is a very familiar, very buff man.
Smoking a sausage?
Yeah.
Not a cigar.
No, a sausage. You know, when you smoke
How's he doing that?
He's lighting one end of it, slowly letting it burn up until the flame reaches his mouth, blowing it out, and then eating it.
Oh. That's horrible. He's eating burnt sausages.
Basically. And he looks at you all, looks at the bus, looks at you all, and says, "Oh God."
Sees his son.
Yes.
He's like, if they're here, then they're up to no good. Something's happened.
Hey kids, what you doing with the demon lord over here?
I aim the pistol at him. I go, don't move. Oh, it's you.
Huh? He blinks.
Hey, your kid's a big problem, bro. Your kid, that one right there, is a big problem.
Listen, I tried to warn you.
The thing is that he's a little too good. Alright, I can't have him taking my spotlight.
Yeah, that was my genetics in him.
I will blow your head off.
Sarah says, "Dad, do you know who are we looking for?"
I think in this case, we need to find
Say it.
Dynamite.
Who? Maximan says.
I think his full hero name is, and I quote, since, you know, he hasn't changed it, or the Hero Association has not forced him to change this yet, surprisingly. We need to find Great Explosion Murder God Dynamite.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, he's one of the Jap heroes. One of those JP guys. I don't know, he seems pretty aggressive. I think he's here. I think he's here with his wife, actually. Well, let me think. He strokes his chin.
Sir, you can't refer to them as Jap heroes anymore. You're about 300 years too late for that.
Okay. The JP audience?
Just call them Japanese heroes. Just don't call them Jap.
That's too long. I need abbreviated.
Just call them Japs.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. That's where they're from. They're like from that continent. That's not a continent.
Continent.
It's like
The continent of Japan.
You're using. It's like using slang. Like imagine someone pulls up slang from like, I don't know, 300 years ago.
Yeah.
In like
modern
now's time. Like imagine someone just saying slang from like the 1700s.
Hey, what are you talking about? Cuz is still around, and that's from like the 1800s. So he says, whatever. He's probably right now in the. Never mind. You shouldn't talk to him.
No, we should absolutely talk to him. We need to.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how important is it?
11.
10. No, stop that. I hate when people go over the scale. It's a scale for a reason.
Oh boy, here we go. Sarah says, hey, Dad, please? We're on a bit of an extracurricular journey right now. We're trying to get some extra credit. Also, people's lives are on the line.
Yeah, what that guy said.
And Maximan says, people's lives are on the line if you see him right now, but alright. He's making dinner in the cafeteria right now. Go, he says, opening the door for you by swiping a keycard. Go. Do you go?
In we go!
Aye, Captain.
Alright, now we just gotta go find...
I bring the pistol now.
Yes, I would assume. Now we just gotta go find... What was his name again? Sarah says? explosive fire.
Great explosive murder god dynamite.
I thought it
You
was
got it wrong. Great explosion, murder god dynamite.
I thought it was
Not
the
explosives.
great.
Explosion.
I'm gonna punch you in the dick.
I thought it was great. I thought it was great explosive fire dynamite.
No. It says right here, he pulls up a Hero Association blog post explaining Bakugo's hero name.
So is it? It says he has a high temper. Should we cool him down?
Yeah. Do not say that to him. I feel like that'd go very bad for you.
God, what is he? Is he my mother? Like Sarah thinks back. Is he my mom? Oh God. Yeah, I guess he's just really moody or something. Reminds me of my mom when she's drunk. Well, you find him. So, walking through this place, you eventually get to like the underbelly of this place, where you find the cafeteria at for all the employees. Currently, it is mostly empty, with a couple people sitting, a couple lower-ranking heroes sitting around. But sitting at one of these tables is the man you're looking for. Full hero costume with a pair of oversized rockets next to him.
Gauntlets?
No, they're now rockets.
Gauntlets?
They're like
Oh, okay.
they're basically like rockets with a large tube on the end of them to allow him to makeshift a flamethrower.
Oh, nice.
And
It's just a series of small explosions.
it is. And he kind of right now is sitting down, tapping his chin, looking at his what looks to be a tablet, but he's holding it like a phone. And he slowly looks back and forth. And he like looks down, shakes his head, looks back up, looks down, shakes his head again, gestures with his hands while saying something, and that's when you actually approach him.
What does he say?
You hear him say, "God damn it, so lazy." He looks at you as you approach. "No autographs, please."
We're not here for an autograph.
What are you here for?
We need to talk to you about some hero stuff.
Ah, boy. Listen, you'll be taught everything you need to know in the school. Wait a minute, you already fucking graduated from all this shit. Why are you here?
Okay. Hi, Mr. Great Explosion Murder God Dynamite.
Full title.
We're here on some extracurricular activities from UA. Technically.
Okay.
We need to talk to you about some very sensitive information.
Okay. Go on.
Do you have a place that's more remote that you know of?
I am unable to stand up right now.
Yeah, huh? Does he have legs? I look over.
As soon as you, like, bend down to look, he holds his hand out to you and makes a pop in front of your face, and he says, "Don't even try it.
I'll take my chances.
Don't even.
I'll take my chances.
I will make you look like a firework."
That's the best part. Fireworks are cool as fuck.
His right eye twitches.
But you said you can't move? Why?
No, I'm unable to move for the next 30 minutes.
Why?
Eh?
I look at his legs.
I do not need to explain anything to you.
I look at his legs.
Well, okay. How many heroes are in here?
Like 4.
I point at them four. I go, you four, come over here and lift him.
Do you actually do this?
Yes.
So his hands begin to smoke, and black powder drips from them. As you see, the powder is his dead skin cells. He has on his hands are covered in like soot and powder, and as he sheds off these dead skin cells from his hands, they explode like little cracks in the air. And a woman comes up from underneath the table and says, "Oh, hon, I'm trying to get some sleep. What the hell is going on?"
Oh, what's going on down there?
Oh. Great. He stands up, his fingernails digging into the table. You know, could you make me a grapple roll?
Can I win?
Fuck no.
I mean, yeah. If he
Does
rolled-
he have a 27 or lower?
I mean, his modifier is not a 27, so yes, you can win.
Technically, if you get a
He doesn't have like double
Is
efficiency
he a-
on the skill. He just has the skill. He just has a really good skill.
Anybody want to help me out?
17.
Oh,
Hey! Come on! I establish myself with this roll.
1.
I
Damn.
do it.
You fucking slippery little bitch. So he goes to like grab you by the shoulders, and this woman kind of tugs on his leg, and he kind of trips, and you end up getting right out of his reach by dodging backwards. And she says, "Calm down, God. You're probably such a little firecracker."
She said it.
You can feel the anger now turns to depression.
who's so? Would you like to
so,
describe Bakugo's wife?
Yes.
So in one session, I beat a god and Bakugo in a 1v1.
She's not a god. She's not a god. I don't know why you guys think she is.
She's just a very quirky individual.
A very quirked up individual. So, I will describe Bakugo's second wife, yes.
Second wife. What is with these people and remarrying?
Because a lot of their wives and husbands die in the line of duty.
Fair enough.
Alright, you're right, Shin. She's not a god, she's just a minor deity.
Oh, but then again, that bus. You know what that bus said to her? That bus said,
Fuck you!
how are you gonna expect a demigod to beat a decapod? Because that's literally what it is. It's a decapod. So, yes, I would like to describe Bakugo's second wife.
Second?
Yes. His first one died in line of duty. Why are you guys so surprised about this? They're literally risking their lives daily. What do you think is gonna happen?
Because like no one dies in My Hero.
Yeah, welcome to my world, bitch. So, she is not what you would expect from explosive god murder dynamite. So, she's actually an American, that's something you notice, but she is a blonde-haired, green-eyed woman. She's about, like, 5'2". She's very short. She is very thin, but she's very busty at the same time. Although it does look like she's very tired right now as well. She's wearing a white sundress and a big white hat. And she says, I can't even sleep on your lap for 10 minutes. She says, swaying back and forth. Why are you always so mean to everyone you encounter? God. As this man says the following. I'm sorry, hon. I'm sorry. He says, taking her hand. It's okay. It's okay. You can go sleep in the car if you need to, alright? I'll go buy you some pillows. Alright.
Oh,
He turns around.
hey, miss.
What'd you say?
I'm actually going to talk to Bakugo's wife here.
Yes, go on.
The second one. I say,
Kill you.
hi, miss.
Oh, some of the kids. Hello.
I know you look pretty tired, but is it okay if we talk to you and your husband here for a moment?
Oh, of course, anything for you students. Come on.
Is it okay if we talk in a more private location?
Of course. Come on. Come on. I know just the place. She says, taking you by the hand and pulling you along.
Let's do it.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Now he's gotta do it.
That doesn't work, by the way. Remember, she tries to grab you and pull you along. She tries to grab you and then... Tunk.
Sorry. My quirk doesn't like people touching me.
She pulls out a plastic fork and puts it on the barrier.
Drops. And then it drops through.
Yep. And it just falls to the ground. She does this again and she says, that is hilarious.
It's a pain in the ass sometimes.
Wait, you can't control it?
No, it's a mutation. It's always on.
Funny part is, he can't control his explosions sometimes either. So the whole room goes quiet at that.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yes, let's go. Dynamite says.
His eyebrow is twitching about 90 degrees at this point.
It's become a unibrow. As you see him do something we never really see him do in the show or the manga. He takes a deep breath in, a deep breath out, and he doesn't explode.
Oh shit. Man, those anger management classes must have really helped him out.
Say, to anger management classes.
As she drags you guys into the utility closet. Which is actually quite large. It's like a 10-foot by 10-foot utility closet in the cafeteria. And she locks the door. And she says, what do you all need?
Okay. So, this is gonna be really weird to explain. But I guess we should start from the beginning.
The beginning?
Yeah, so there was an attack at UA.
Which one?
The Americans.
Oh, they're fine.
Yeah. It was dealt with. Apparently, it was a pretty small time villain group that that me and my companions here encountered. We handled ourselves, but apparently
Go on.
they were hired by a bigger villain group called the Price Gang. Bunch of quirkless people who rob banks and stuff.
Oh, yeah, a lot of them have tried to get me into their gang as well, I hear. She says, looking at the ground. Makes sense. What'd you say?
I asked if she was quirkless.
Not entirely. My quirk just hides itself so well that most people think I am.
No.
Only people down.
Well, I'm not calling them dumb, perhaps. It's just... Well, they easily get confused, especially people of your age demographic. A lot of people believe... She, touches her chest and says, a lot of people believe that you all are the strongest of our demographic, but I believe people around your age are in fact the weakest of the people on Earth. You're very confused, and it's a very scary time, especially you all who are going to try and become heroes. So, in all of this, I truly do applaud your bravery for doing everything like this, and I do appreciate you, so what can we do to help?
How the fuck does Bakugo married to someone like this?
Good question.
That's a really
was
good
all
question.
fake.
Look, opposites attract, you know.
I mean, I
I would like
yeah.
to point out that I did not ask how it hides itself. I asked if her quirk is calming people down.
No, that is not her quirk.
That is her quirk.
And she says, so there was an attack, villain group, then what?
Well, the counselor asked us, said, well, the counselor and the principal asked us to look into this a little bit as an extracurricular activity.
Oh god. Dynamite says, the counselor?
Yeah.
I brandish the pistol.
He has a flashback. You see, he has like, he stares at the pistol.
Flashback.
He stares at the pistol, and this girl goes over to him and like kind of wraps herself around him and like rubs his shoulder and says, "It's all right, hun. It's all right. It's not being shot at you anymore. It's okay."
About
They're going at him.
how long was it? About 2 to 3 hours ago, I shot a man in the throat with this gun.
He like recovers and says, "All right. What does Sarah want?"
Well, regarding what the one villain group at UA was wanting, they were trying to get intel about all the new students that were coming in. Not sure why.
There's a good
But
few
apparently-
reasons for that.
Well, apparently, but the thing is, the Price Gang wanted it, and they hardly care about heroes. In fact, they specifically target, non-hero-based systems like banks
Yeah,
and stuff.
I've had to
So
deal with
I'm
him a
guessing-
couple times.
But I'm guessing they're working with someone else. They were likely hired by someone else who hired this villain group.
Price Gang has
But,
never been one to meddle in this kind of stuff, though.
Alright, so next what I'm about to explain is gonna be weird, but, yeah. So, hey David, can I see your phone?
David slowly pulls out his phone and gives it to
Cool,
you.
I'm gonna go to the image. And would you say it's been about an hour?
It's been like 45 minutes.
45 minutes? That's probably enough time. I'm gonna pull up the text data that I sent to David with all the info. Would you please read this for me? And note the time and date.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna pull up. Hopefully, my sister works fast, and based on police response time in these sorts of situations, 45 minutes should be enough to catch it right as it's happening. I'd like to pull up the live feed of hopefully an arrest happening at the airport.
Indeed. Currently it is a police chase. As the van has escaped the airport, and it is a current police chase going on. However, everyone else has been arrested. 5 cops dead.
I'll pull up the video feed. Now, would you please look at this?
He looks at both of them. VCR is involved.
Well, maybe? I don't really know who this VCR is, but we got attacked on our way here
That makes sense.
by, someone, called, Sarah, if you know who that is.
Sarah. I'm afraid I don't.
Do you know the quirk Psychopomp?
That I do, yes.
Someone called Serum apparently attacked us wielding a big scythe. That...
I threw her out the back of a bus.
Yeah, we were able to get away from her, but apparently, from what happened, the reason why I was able to gather that information, because I already went through a battle. Well, we all went through a battle with the Price gang that were there, but we died, right? Or, well, I died. And somehow I ended up in this weird train station where this girl called Sarum had a big old scythe called Psychopomp and was claiming that I cheated death somehow. Still don't know how this works. And after I escaped, I went back about an hour beforehand. When we tried to turn away and leave, she attacked us.
So,
But I think she can only manifest for as long as time was rewound.
he slowly nods. Says, well, that's true.
But that's, well, all that's important. That's not the most important thing. Hey, you two. You know Deku really well, right?
Know him, the girl says. We're practically best friends with him.
Right. So you know...
You are, he says.
You know his family, right? Like his entire family situation?
Oh, of course, she says. And then Dynamite over here scratches his head and says, well, not really, he barely ever talks about it, but yes.
Cool, but you've at least met them, right?
Yes?
Okay. You're gonna get really confused, I feel. But I need you to really think about this and give me a straight answer. What is Deku's daughter's name?
Deku's daughter, it's, His eyes begin to bulge a little bit. No, wait, hold on, I have this. I have met her multiple times before she died. It's... He starts smoking as she pulls out a spray bottle and spritzes water on him. No, hold on. It's... Deku's daughter. I don't fucking know.
Okay, that's what I thought.
That's strange. Why don't I know?
It's because she's alive.
She's alive.
Yeah. I met her in that place. That train station I mentioned. She helped me escape. But I noticed that when you leave that place, part of you doesn't escape the thing fully. My quirk, for instance, was left stuck on the airport, I noticed. My barrier.
Okay.
I'm guessing whatever this thing, whatever happened to her, happened to me.
This sounds like information.
Or vice versa. And I think whatever it was took her name.
This sounds like information for her father.
Well, that's the thing. I don't have any proof that any of this happened besides word of mouth. I didn't want to, get his hopes up or anything.
And even still, you should know. This is definitely information, she says, pointing a finger at you. For her father. Hopes are an important thing. Even if they get up, there's still a chance. You should never, ever, in fact, you should know far better than to hide the information about one's child from a parent. However...
I wasn't hiding it, I just wanted to tell someone else besides them first, so I didn't sound crazy.
I understand.
It's kind of hard to believe, when some random kid just rolls up saying, you know, your daughter's alive and stuff like that without actual evidence.
Sorry, Dynamite says, stepping forwards. She's far too protective and coddling of the children. All right. It had to be today of all days. You had to do this, didn't you?
One more thing. I also couldn't find any information about this, so I'm curious to see if it's a similar situation. But I didn't meet her. Deku's wife, the former 9th hero in Japan. What do you know about her?
What, former 9th? Who?
His first and third wife.
Oh, the one he remarried.
Do you remember her name?
I don't think I ever met her.
Huh?
I don't think I ever met her.
You never met her? What about But she was the 9th hero. Surely you must have met her at one of the big hero conferences.
Maybe,
In fact,
but I guess I was just never around her. I mean,
that's weird.
When did she graduate? Maybe I saw her in the school occasionally.
Was there any info like that?
Yes, indeed.
Like the 9th hero, yeah.
Yes, her full information about when she graduated and what class she was in is there, and he looks at it and says, that's odd.
I'm guessing they graduated the same. I'm guessing you guys graduated the same year and were in the same class?
Yeah.
Based on what it was, huh?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's odd, Okay. We should probably bring this up to the head man in charge himself. This probably seems like a good idea. You kids were brave coming out here to do this anyhow, he says, grinding his teeth together, clearly wanting to release his anger upon each of you. But I've got unfortunate news. That
What's wrong?
green-haired bastard isn't here today.
Huh?
But he's close by. He's at the Heroes Association's headquarters in America.
Oh, where's that located?
40 miles to the east.
I mean, that shouldn't take us too long with the bus.
That's not the issue. It may be difficult for us to get in. I mean, for me it should be alright, but dragging all of you with me may be difficult. Oh, come on. Listen, she says, patting his chest. Don't you want to show that crazy girl that you're better than she says you are? My darling here has a history with that counselor. A very bloody history. She said that he ain't no good for anything, not even the slightest action, and that all he does is just destroy his problems. And then she shot him in the chest.
Jeez.
This was back when she was a vigilante.
That tracks.
So,
Never mentioned that.
don't you want to prove her wrong? You see, like, a kind of purplish mist come from her mouth and go into his ear. And he says, you know I can't deny you, hon. All right.
Fucking literally, apparently.
Fine. No matter how inconveniencing this may be, this is probably important. All of you. How did you all get here, by the way? Isn't the school, like, in another state?
We got here through the demon buses.
The bus driver?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like any of these guys. Okay, let's go. Everyone follow me. We're going on a road trip. These American heroes know no restraint. No restraint.
Is it Bakugo saying this?
Yes.
Hey, Pot, my name's Kettle. I heard you're black.
His darling here does chuckle at that. She kind of chuckles when he says that and says, "Perhaps they learned from the best," she says, holding on to his arm. Maybe they did, he says. I gotta say, I am probably the best of all of the top 10. It's just, unfortunately, I don't leave too many people who can talk to tell everyone how great I am. He says,
imagine he's doing the classic, like, flat pointer finger rub under his nose as he does that.
yes. You also see he's, like, blushing a little bit while looking at her as she kind of holds on to him and smiles. David says...
I leaned over to David. This was not what I was expecting when I was planning on meeting this guy.
This is really weird. Do you think she's like... But why... Something seems off here. Do you think she... Is she like a calming force? I wouldn't think someone like that would want to be calm. Like, why? Okay, whatever. Let's just go. You guys go out. And get back to the bus. Adam! Seraphim.
Yay.
Listen, man. You get to this shitty place. Well, not quite. Eve actually does say something first. What is that place that destroyed that place a long time ago?
You're swinging really wide there. Any other context or?
Yes. Pompeii. It feels like Pompeii is building up in my mind.
That is a very graphic and unsettling image to have to think about. Why does it feel like that?
Because I'm being ripped into 3 pieces, and I need to de-stress by bullying.
See, this is why me and you, best friends.
My body, it feels like I'm gonna explode into energy.
Well,
she says, eating a mint.
I'm assuming I just have like tiny little candies and snacks hidden like all around my fucking car.
I would assume, since she's in here so often.
Like I tap the fucking glove box and like fucking Hershey's bar just drops into her lap.
You know what I used to do when I was younger?
What?
Don't laugh, okay? And I don't think I've ever told you about this. It was a school project I got assigned to one time, but it was really dumb.
I mean, most of them are.
Okay, so when I was younger, my quirk prevented me from, I had the tongue of a lion, basically.
So what, like a really rough sandpaper-esque tongue?
No, it's a term. It means I could barely taste anything. And food was...
That sounds kind of shitty.
It was. Eventually I grew out of it once I hit puberty, but it was kind of shitty. I could only taste like very, 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 very certain flavors, especially if they were really strong. Why do you think I love sweets so much? Other than just fueling my quirk. But okay, this is gonna be stupid, but you know those class assignments? So we had an anthropologist come into class one day. And is it an anthropologist? What does an anthropologist do?
Anthropologist?
Is that the right one?
Wow,
Oh.
I was actually spacing on what the anthropologist is.
No, that's the wrong one. It's the one of the bug people came in, right? And I didn't really pay attention into that class because I didn't understand most of the material, but I got handed a piece of paper afterwards. Keep in mind I was 6. And it was a piece of paper where I had to go out and find bugs. And the piece of paper specifically said, what do they look like? What are they like? And where did you find it? And I ate the bugs.
As she says this, I'm just gonna look at her like, you sweet summer child.
I thought it was like, what are they like? Like, what do they taste like? So I ate them.
I mean, I could see where you made that mistake, being, you know, fucking 6.
You know what my favorite one was?
The fact that you have one just makes this even better, but what?
It was the Rocky Mountain locust.
What the fuck?
My least favorite was the green apple moth.
Are these the actual names, or are you like doing word association of what you think they tasted like?
No. These are the actual names of the species. That locust never saw me coming. I crouched down into a crouching position, I saw it on a tree, and I led with my mouth and just... gone.
You're lucky you didn't chip a fucking tooth, Jesus.
Yeah. Wow. How did I not break more bones when I was younger? Probably should have.
Fucking montage of her snapping bone.
You've known Eve to break a few bones.
Hers and others.
Indeed. She says, yeah, life be like that sometimes, though. Life is like, life is like a boat. Sometimes, no matter how much you strain at the oars, you'll always drift away.
Oh, I was gonna say life is like a boat because there's a bunch of holes and we're all in it together.
That too. That too. So you know, some of the best boats ever made were made of ice.
What?
Yeah, there was this crazy type of ice that they were experimenting with for a while, that it was like made of wood and ice, and apparently it's stronger than steel. I don't know how it works exactly, but I know they did make it, but they did concluded it was too expensive to make, so they just abandoned the idea. Yeah.
I mean, you 100% could just be lying to me right now. I know absolute dick about boats, so...
No, I'm not. It's true.
Huh.
Would I lie? I don't need to. I just punch my problems and they go away. What?
You know, I want to say that's a bad mentality, but the fact that it's worked so far kind of disproves that it's bad mentality.
Speaking of working and punching, I was thinking about getting a weapon soon.
Well, remember, we got that order placed for your gauntlets.
Yeah, I know. But it ain't coming in fast enough. A week is too long. I was thinking, the gauntlets have guns in them, sure, but... what if I'm out of ammo?
What, you want to get like a club or like a baton or something?
I've got a better idea. How about an S5 steel great axe?
I have so many questions about why you're so specific about that, but I mean, yeah.
Come on. Don't you know anything about medieval weaponry nowadays?
Other than the basic look and makeup, no, not really.
Oh my god. Adam! Come on!
Hey, I can summon literally whatever I need.
Okay, fair enough.
As long as I know what the fuck it looks like and I can think of it, I can summon it. So,
Well, some
seeing
of
its
us,
like exact like metal fucking makeup and sharpness doesn't really, you know, affect me too much.
I suppose it doesn't, but if you want to know, S5 steel has to be the best steel used for making weaponry nowadays, right next to probably, probably... Oh my god, I've had an idea. Osmium. I'll make a big-ass hammer out of osmium.
Okay, I know very little about the elements and like how expensive they are. Just hearing that name, I can tell you that's gonna be very expensive.
Don't worry, my family can cover it, but that's not what I'm talking about. You don't know what osmium is?
Not particularly.
So osmium, Eve says, she pulls out a Twinkie. And she says, imagine this as the density of steel, okay?
Okay.
Now imagine this car as the density. Imagine a Twinkie as big as this car, right? That is the density of tungsten. Osmium would have the density of a Twinkie about 4,800 feet long.
God damn.
Yeah, she says, putting the Twinkie back. It's a really heavy metal. It outweighs tungsten by a pretty good amount if it's made properly with no imperfections.
Alright, well.
As a comparison, Adam, remember Yoi's hammer in the Naruto campaign?
Oh, okay.
That's osmium. So, she says, it would be great. Maybe a sword, a hammer, maybe a big-ass axe, or a stick.
I mean, you can never go wrong with a stick, but,
We should get something for you. Also made of osmium.
I was already thinking about getting something extra made, just in case, like, I get super fucking tired using my quirk.
I have a better idea.
This way I'm not caught off guard.
How about, instead, you simply make a suit of armor? That would be nice.
Armor's not really my style. I do have a few ideas for my hero costume. Definitely gonna have fucking plate mail. Or not plate mail, chainmail? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, hero costume. I kind of forgot about that. We'll come up with it later. Right now, we're finally here.
Are we at the stadium?
Yes, you were pulling into the stadium right now. It is a lovely morning as she gets out and says, "Ooh," putting a pair of glasses on her head. Very nice silvery gold sunglasses. Look at this. Alright, let's head in.
Alright.
The door is locked.
What the fuck?
Eve punches the door down. Let me make some
Why is the
attack
door
rolls.
locked?
Yeah, you get up to the door here, to the stadium, and it's locked. It is locked, and that is when Eve reels back her fist, and a man to the right says, "You two here to buy some tickets?"
The fuck you talking about, Willis?
Tickets for the show today. There's a...
Do previous competitors get a discount?
I mean, no, but if you've competed here previously, there's nothing really you need to see. I mean, you probably know what's going to happen. Unless you just want to
Yeah,
watch people
but
fail.
we're not really here to actually watch any of these others. I mean, maybe a couple here or there, but
Well,
I primarily wanted to come here to speak with a few of the pros.
students doing this. Alright, listen. I offer a special service to students like you.
It's nothing gay, right?
No, don't worry about that. Just give me $50, I'll swipe this card and you can go talk.
Okay.
Subtract $50, he swipes the card and says, "Fortunately, this will only get you access to the waiting room and a cafeteria and standing area, but there should be some of them in there. Good luck."
Alright.
So, here's what happens. First of all, this place is very empty. This part of the stadium is pretty much closed off to normal people. And I'm really sad the others didn't get to meet that NPC. It kind of makes me angry, but whatever.
What, the fucking doorman NPC?
Yeah, he's got a whole side quest to him. Whatever.
Fuck you! No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does. You're noticing anything that I didn't do for him?
That you didn't do?
Yeah.
You didn't give a name or anything.
I didn't describe him, didn't give him a name. There's a reason for that. Anyways, moving on. So, you get in here.
No. What does he look like now?
Alright, so here's what he looks like. He doesn't exist. What? What are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
Does Eve know who the fuck I was talking to?
He says, "Oh, yeah, the guy at the door." I'm joking, by the way. Let me tell you what it looks like. Sorry, I had to pull out his character sheet again because I thought you just walked straight past him.
No, I'll hand him the 50, and then like before I walk past, I'll kind of like stop and just be like, "Wait, who the fuck is this guy?"
So
like,
does
he actually look like a security guard?
He kind of, yes. So he is dressed in a security guard's uniform with a trauma plate on. He has darker skin and he is bald. He is pretty beefy. He's got like a big gut, kind of beefy, big shoulders. He stands at 6'3". The normal, like, you know, security guard build, real big upper body, kind of slimmer legs. You know. And he has a name tag on that says Blast on it.
Blast?
Yes. He also has dark blue eyes.
Why does that sound familiar?
I don't know. The food truck guy from Bleach had a similar build and dark blue eyes.
No, I meant the name.
Blast? I don't know. Of course, that guy is obsessed with making food.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, I hit my balls. Give me a sec. I got 2 pairs of balls, so it's twice the pain. Oh. 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 Okay. Okay. I got quick recovery. Okay. Oh. All right. Oh. Okay, how you doing?
Pretty good.
All right.
Apparently better than you right now.
Please continue with what you were saying before.
Before I walked past him, I was looking at him like, wait, are you Pro Hero, by the way?
Yes. Are you?
Do I know what ranking this guy?
Oh god, you have no idea. You can make me a history roll to see if you can kind of remember, but right now, no.
I have only a +1 in history, so this is gonna suck.
Damn, really? I thought you had a +3.
Nope, 8.
Listen, this guy, if he's a hero, he is one of the most obscure heroes ever. Ever. And he says, I'm pro hero number 54 on the American side, so actually I'm quite a bit lower. I hired by security here. So either way, just get on in. Don't worry about me.
Alright.
You get on in. Oh, what you find is amazing. This time of day, early in the morning, like you are. Keep in mind, you are literally like, it's not even 9. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. Currently, everyone hates themselves, unless you're a morning person. But those are the villains we hunt down every day. So, you find something incredible. Eve is practically giddy.
Alright.
Laying in this cafeteria on one of the tables, a bottle of Fireball whiskey in their hand is none other than the legendary hero herself. Horns and all. Slump on the table, staring at the wall. How do you feel?
So I want to...
Let me describe this person properly. You would actually know who this is, obviously. It is the number 4 Japanese hero, Great Horn. Let me just continue to circle that for the audience. It's the number 4 hero, Japanese Great Horn, laying kinda dead. Kinda dead. Not really dead, but dead tired. A bottle of alcohol, head down on the table. The only way you're able to distinguish her from afar is her horns, as she wears a longer black raincoat. Also the hooves, that's a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
What do you do?
So I want to look over at Eve, and I'm going to look back over at Tony, just like slumped. I'm going to look back at Eve and be like, alright, I'm going to need to go on ahead and grab your phone.
She already has it. She already has it.
Like, alright. You go walk, get kind of in front of her, and start recording. I'm going to sneak up behind her. I'm going to summon a gun in my hand, and I'm going to scare the shit out of her.
Alright. Alright, he says, crawling underneath the table in front of her.
Alright, I am going to...
I feel like it'd be funnier if you just did the loudest guitar rip you could.
Yeah, I'll probably yeah, instead of that, I'm gonna do the guitar riff.
You just create a guitar and an amp.
Well, my fucking so essentially what I do to create a guitar is I create an axe, like an actual axe that just has a guitar on it, and it just automatically amplifies the sound.
So you get behind her and do this, and she...
Do you want me to roll a stealth roll?
No, she's barely aware of the world around her.
Oh, okay. I was 100% about to stealth on this bitch too.
She's doing the old hair with a dog thing.
Like,
what
I
that
get up
is.
behind her and I, like, stretch out my fingers and I summon my axe.
She, like, quickly sits up and, like, holds her horns as you see them, like, vibrating very, very quickly, and she says, "Ah! Ah! Ah! Oh! What? Oh!
I slam that cord.
Oh!" You see the vibration of your music kind of goes down her back. She says, "Oh, that... Who is... Oh." She squints at you. Adam Seraphim?
That's the name. And did you get that? I point to Eve.
Yes, I got it.
Ah! Oh, that's gonna be so fucking great.
Oh.
We need to post that on my channel.
Right. Eve says sending it to your email.
I'm gonna put my axe over my shoulder. I'm gonna just look at Pony. He was like, so drinking at... Looks at my watch. What time is it exactly?
7:21 in the morning.
Drinking at 7:21 in the morning. In a stadium full of potential students, pro heroes, and investment opportunities.
Well, investment opportunities, please. She shakes her head. They'll understand this one day when they become heroes themselves. Just a little hair of the dog, if you know what I mean. She says, taking a swig.
What the fuck did she just say?
Hair of the dog. You're not big into drinking culture, are you?
I'm 16. What the fuck? You think I'm developing a drinking problem? Literally, my life is fucking great. The only time I ever drink is at fucking fancy-ass parties. Literally, I will pour out a fucking bottle of $5,000 champagne on someone just because I think it's funny.
So, hair of the dog refers to an old phrase from back in about the 1600s that people still use today in cocktail parties and such to... Basically, it means taking a swig or a bottle of alcohol once you have a hangover to negate the hangover.
Okay.
And unfortunately, I have a massive hangover.
So you have a hangover, and you're drinking a little bit more to get rid of said hangover.
Yes. Oh.
Alright.
Sorry, kids, if I'm your idol or anything, but... Unfortunately... Not in a good state right now. Yeah, whatever. There's plenty of videos online of me being drunk. It doesn't matter.
This is a lot less fun than I thought it would be. This is more depressing.
Yeah, this is really depressing. Why are you like this? You're a pro hero. Be happy. You're literally everything so many people want to be.
Yeah, seriously, what the hell?
You know, it's pretty difficult. Not gonna lie. Things you gotta give up to get part of the top 10 are more than you're ever gonna receive from this job.
The fuck does that mean?
Some of us had to give up a lot, you know? I mean... I had to start wearing horseshoes. I fucking hate these things.
I'm gonna look at her feet.
She has hooves.
Wait, if it's hooves, then you shouldn't even be feeling the horseshoes.
I had to start wearing them for my own health.
Still, you shouldn't feel them.
It makes me feel like a pasteurized cow.
Oh my fucking god, this bitch.
Either way, what do you kids want, huh? You just want to come talk to me?
You were just the first pro hero that we seen. We kind of got bored just chilling around over at UA. And we don't have another meeting till, I don't know, a few more hours. So we thought we'd come here and just, see how many of you guys that we could fuck with and piss off.
Unfortunately, there ain't too much of us here right now. Everyone's all at the headquarters except for me.
Lame.
Why are you here so early? Eve says, tilting her head to the right.
That's a good question.
I never left.
You've been in this stadium since yesterday.
Since day before yesterday, and yes.
Jesus Christ, woman, get your fucking shit together.
Hey, I'm still doing my job. Calm your ass down, you little brat. As at this point,
struggled with that, didn't you?
Yes. At this point, a man walks in a similar attire to what she is dressed as. He's got like bright blonde hair, dark green eyes. He's got a very sort of round face. He's somewhat short. He's like 5'5", a little bit on the shorter end. And he says, "Mother, you need to come and rest. You can't just sleep on one of the tables," he says, walking up to her. "Come on." Oh.
Did you just growl at her kid?
Somewhat. It is also like a moan of pain.
We're gonna look at the kid and be like, dude, seriously? The fuck is this mess?
No? Oh. Hello, citizens. Oh, wait, you two, I recognize you two. You two are graduates.
Well, applicants? No.
No, you graduated from the stadium. You're in UA.
I mean, yeah.
You're the peanut butter guy.
I'm going to put a bullet in your kneecap if you say that word one more goddamn time.
So why peanut butter?
I materialize a gun in my hand and I point it at his knee.
I wouldn't do that, friend.
It's an allergy. Happy?
Oh, that's an allergy. Man, that's kind of cruel of the stadium to do that.
They literally did nothing but throw my fucking allergies at me because they're a bunch of fucking cucks.
Yeah, Miss Dream can be kind of like that. Kind of fucked up.
Pay attention to his own kid, yet he somehow pays attention to my fucking allergies.
Maximan as well, yes, I have to agree there. Don't worry about my mother here. She's always like this when she's over here.
What, in America?
Yeah, she's not a big fan of this place.
Isn't she fucking from here?
Yes.
Oh, God. You fucking country of origin hating fuck.
He looks at her as she's like fast asleep. He sits down and says, "So how you kids doing? You all alright?"
Pretty good. We just got bored waiting around at UA with nothing happening, so we decided come on down back to the stadium and see how many pro heroes we could possibly piss off.
Unfortunately, you're gonna have to wait a couple hours. As far as I can tell, I'm the first one here. Or at least the third. I know Dream is already here, but I have no idea where to find him. He disappears like a ninja. I came here to get my mother, or at least make sure she's alright.
I'm gonna look at her. I'm gonna poke her. Oh yeah, she's doing great right now.
Don't worry. She's not normally like this. Normally she's very serious and down to earth, but yeah, America always gets on her nerves.
I mean, I guess I get it, but at the same time, you know.
You're
Jesus
from here?
Christ, woman, pull yourself. Well, yeah. Oh, I'm from here. I can still 100% say this place is a fucking joke and a nightmare of a country, but, you know.
Hey. It might be bad, but it ain't as bad as how bad Japan can be.
Yeah, I've been to Japan probably 3 or 4 times.
Mom. He looks at her and says, she probably won't remember this anyways. Mom works really hard just to get those people to love her, but they hate her for some reason. They hate most foreigners.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah. And me?
Do I know what public opinion about my mother is whenever she goes there to perform?
Probably. Your mother is in a different state though, right? Your mother is not a hero. She's She's a singer. So she's viewed as an idol when she goes over there because she lives a very similar lifestyle. So she's viewed pretty popularly, although with a wide berth, of course, because she is a foreigner.
Yeah.
And yes, everybody at home, it has been 200 years and the Japanese are still rejecting foreigners and being xenophobic. That is part of their culture, just like Spain is part of killing bulls.
I mean, technically that entire subculture is kind of dwindling because it's the older generation that mainly is like that. There's a few younger generation that are being taught that, but most of them are kind of yeah, our country's gonna die if we keep this shit up, so...
You know the differences between me and you, though? You have hope, I don't.
It's not really hope, it's just more or less the actual, way it is going.
You know how humans are. I've been around the block more than enough times, and I tell ya, it's nice to see that humans never change.
Yeah.
Either way, he says, although... He kind of hugs her shoulder. She's done a lot. Me? Yeah. Well, I'm her son.
Yeah.
His
You're
eye
hero
twitches.
too?
Yeah, I'm number 11.
Oh, damn, this thing's pretty high.
Yeah. Things been good. Gotta tell you, business has been booming recently. I think, and despite Mother's current state, I think people are actually starting to like us and our image recently. We tried to go on a similar idea to what Yuri's going with, and people love that shit nowadays. So, me and her have been all kinds of sponsorships and brand deals. Things have been really good for us.
That's good. Well, any big brands that I would know?
Oh, actually, probably. Hold on. He opens up a card case, like a small case for business cards he has. Would you know about a certain company known as... He slowly turns away, and then looks back with the card quickly, holding the card out and showing the logo. Google?
You're sponsored by Google.
Yes!
Okay, how the fuck did you pull that off?
Oh, my friend. I can be quite persuasive. Trust me. Also, I have a friend who works there.
Okay, yeah, there it is.
Inside knowledge. Also, they had a really good idea for us. Google wanted to promote their own hero.
Google has a hero?
Yes! He's number... Yeah, I think he's number 49 or something. He has the power of the internet.
The amount of fucking furry bait and just
No,
degenerate bullshit he's throwing at people then.
Don't say it, and he says with a smile. Don't say it, we all know it's true, but listen, you just don't say the truth, okay? You'll insult Google's head, and then you'll hurt their feelings. Google is very sensitive.
What? Did Google somehow transition into an actual physical being?
Well, no, but they act like one. Ever since it was banned for companies to have any form of human rights in America, Google, you know how they've been.
I have so many questions about that entire statement, but I'm just gonna keep them to myself right now.
You know, because, like, you know, ever since that happened, he says with a smile. Plus, you know, ever since Jury Duty got its 3rd season and that whole controversy happened, shit's just not been good. So they turned to us.
Okay.
You know,
So
they are...
What is your fucking brand deal with them and title?
So, it's called a... kitty cat. There we go. Sorry, the cat was crawling. Hello. It's called a advertisement campaign. It's more than just a brand deal. It's actually a full campaign we're going on here. Basically, we sponsor their sponsors, and their sponsors sponsor them.
Okay.
Basically, we let the guy Googleplex, as he is called, we let him put our faces on his costume along with all the other sponsors, like, you know, Bang, Red Bull, that stuff.
God, if I could get Red Bull as a sponsor, that'd be so fucking sweet.
Yeah, that's what you think until you drink too much of it and then you die.
Yeah, but, you know, I barely ever drink those fucking things anyway. I'm gonna look at Eve. Eve, opinion on Red Bull, yay or nay?
I snort that shit if I could, but it causes my quirk to act weird.
See?
And he says, yeah, Mother used to take... Mother... Let me tell you what Mother used to do. I saw her do this like 50 times. Mother? She used to have what I called the motorcycle beret. Alright? That's how Mother gets around. She rides around on a Harley motorcycle. Don't ask me how it works.
I can respect that.
I don't know how she pilots it either with having hooves. I know I can't.
I mean, just shift. All you really gotta do is just stomp on the fucking shift bar. Although downshifting, I guess, would be kind of a bitch and a half, because then you have to try and, like, pick it up.
Oh yeah, by the way, word of advice, don't stand behind her.
Good thing she was sitting whenever I did that then.
She gets a little bit irritated when people do that. It's an instinct in us. Anyways, so basically, she had this thing. She stopped doing this to improve her health, as the doctor ordered her to do. But what she used to do, this is amazing. I don't know how she lived like this. So she used to take a monster of Red Bull, and mix it together with a extra strength 5-hour energy orange in a canteen, and then put a little bit of whiskey in there, mix it together, and shotgun it while she was riding to work.
Jesus. You know, that sounds awfully close to a Predator vision.
Does it?
Yeah, because, you know, a Predator vision is you get a vintage Four Loko, you take a little couple sips out of it, then you crack open a 5-hour energy, dump it into it, shake it up, shotgun it, then you also pop an Adderall, and then you have Predator vision.
Why is it called Predator Vision? What?
Because when you know, you start fucking like seeing a bunch of colors and shit like the Predator. Of course, you got about like 20 minutes before you die, but pretty sweet up until that point.
Yeah, I don't know. Kids, you know what? Both of you are going to be heroes one day, so let me give you a friendly piece of advice. If you're taking a workload that forces you to stay up for 44 hours about every 2.5 days, don't do that.
I mean, I could stay awake for 48 hours pretty easily. What about you, Eve?
Eve says, no. If you mess with my sleep, I will break your legs.
Yeah, Eve doesn't do well with no sleep.
I can't go back, man, she says, holding her head. If I get no sleep, the world begins to deteriorate, I start going insane, and eventually, you know what'll happen?
You start biting people?
I start becoming the real Eve that hides deep down inside.
Yeah, we're still working with that, so,
You know, like that movie Django Unchained?
The old one, yes.
I become Django. The guy just dies when she says that. She's just like, holy shit. Whoa, hold up. That has implications that I don't like. Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, calm down, little lady. Holy shit. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so, well, let's move past that.
Mental note, make sure that Eve isn't secretly somehow racist.
Let's move past that. Let's move to something a bit more positive. I have a very healthy sleep schedule, and I've been forcing my mother here too as well. I kind of owe her my life, so you know.
I mean, yeah, that's the typical response of a child.
It's just, you know, she didn't have to have me, so...
I mean, you're not wrong.
No.
If anyone knows that more than anyone, it's me, because I was literally specially made, so they specifically needed to want me.
Oh, you too?
Oh, lab?
Yeah, lab.
Yeah.
Mom, I was...
Am I gonna find out that this is like more of a common practice than, than I think it is?
Perhaps. Did your mother take some of your genetics after you were born?
I'm actually not sure on that one.
I was an accident lab, baby. They didn't think me... Oh, God. Well, when I say it like that, it kind of sounds fucked up. But it's true.
What, did they just, like, take her genetic material and try and fucking make a kid out of it?
Well, it wasn't supposed to be the intention.
How the fuck did they fuck that up?
I don't know. It just fucking happens, bro. You ever try and make a person in a lab? That shit is touch and go at times, I think.
I mean, mine was just, like, my actual two parents decided, hey, we don't want to, like, physically have to do this, so just grow us a new kid.
What happened with Mom here is she, they took one of her eggs, and she apparently wanted her quirk to be more offensive and expansive. You know how he holds up an arm and a horn grows from his fucking elbow and he pulls it off and says, "These things, Mom originally couldn't grow horns from her arms."
Okay.
So what her intention was to create a child, manipulate that child during the embryo phase to be able to do that, then take some of its genetics and use it for her own.
The implication of how that's supposed to end is very terrifying and unpleasant.
Yeah, but apparently I grew just a little bit faster than they thought I was, and I became conscious. And she thought, well, if I'd have a constant supply of it, then I'll never actually run out. But then she fell in love with me, and really liked having me around as her kid, so things worked out in the end.
I feel like that is the best way that this story could have ended, and it's still a pretty shit story.
Hey. Some of the best heroes have really bad beginnings, but hey. You hear...
Thinking back to every fucking superhero story I know of, it's like, yeah, most of them start with a fucking loved one dying in front of them, so...
Yeah. Except I didn't die, but... It's fine. I appreciate her for keeping me around. Besides, everything's fine, and you hear her mumble something. I love you, kid.
Oh.
You know, Eve says, looking down. We all made that choice to be a hero. We all had that day. And then on that day, we all decided we were going to be the good guys. We would be stronger, Eve says, sitting down and contemplating to herself.
Oh, shit.
But do you ever think we're not far from them? All these heroes, we're not far from a lot of them. Those villains, Grease Lightning, All for All, fucking all of them, even the minor ones, like Chum. We're not very far from them. We both know that. All it takes is one bad day.
Yeah, you're not wrong, but there are a few differences that I would think are very important. Like for instance, we can use our quirks whenever we feel like, and we don't get in trouble. We can, just be an asshole with people every now and again, but as long as we, stick true and help them out every now and again too, it doesn't really, it's kind of a wash. You can't really do too much about it. Villains, on the other hand, they're just dickheads 24/7 for no reason.
Eve is a million miles away, and she looks at you and slowly nods and says, "It's just scary, you know? It's such a scary idea, like, that could have been me. Like, instead of owning up and doing what my father wants me to do, becoming a hero and trying to prove him wrong, that I'm weak, I could have gone with it and decided that I hated him and became a villain. I
mean, you can still technically hate him. You don't need to become a villain. You'd be like, hey, asshole.
No, I want to dedicate. I want to dedicate. If I hate a guy, I want to dedicate to my hatred. I'm not gonna half-ass it.
I guess it's fair.
But in that moment, Eve is beginning to become a philosopher. She says,
yeah, fucking apparently.
In that one moment, I charted a course for fate. I destroyed what could have been, and I made up my own destiny. That was my bad day. And in that moment, I decided to be a hero. But what scares me is thinking about all of this and seeing this pro-hero in this current state. How far are we from them? We're not very far at all. All it takes is just one horrible thing to happen, and suddenly we are the bad guys now. Even if we don't change, the world could around us and we're suddenly the bad guys. All it takes is one bad day, she says, putting her head down on the table.
We're gonna turn to the fucking hero.
What the fuck? He says,
I blame you for this.
I didn't do shit.
You got her thinking about existential crises again.
Why did she?
Specifically, why we came here.
Why did she suddenly turn into like a mid-2000s philosopher?
She's been having some emotional baggage recently. We're working on it. We're working on it, but it's a slow process.
Oh. Yeah, well. He smiles. Maybe I could help.
You a licensed therapist?
He smiles. Well, a licensed psychologist. So technically. But I've got something that could help her a little bit more than one session of therapy.
Antidepressants?
No! Those things are horribly addictive.
Thinking about it, Adam kind of just goes quiet for a second. It's like, yeah, you're right.
Pone says the following. I miss mixing that stuff with a bottle of tequila.
Dude, seriously, what the fuck?
The last 15 years were not good. But when I came around, a couple years back into her life, a couple years ago, decided to become a hero with her. I've been forcing her to get better. She's very sick.
Yeah.
But he says, alright. Hey, little lady. You doing alright there? Eve, face down on the table. I'm starting to think... Would my life be better? Or worse if I was like that?
Worse, because we wouldn't be able to hang out as much.
That is true. Yeah. There's always that end, isn't there? That would really suck. Are we any different from those people? The law is the only thing that separates us. That's it.
Exactly.
Oh my god, she says. We're no better than the heroes and villains we throw in the slammer. We're the exact same as them. The only separation is what we're willing and not willing to do. And the fact that we have funding from a company. That's it. That's all the difference. Oh my god. What about the entire world? Is the entire world like that?
Not the entire world.
Is that how far the whole world is from where they are? Eve is having a fucking crisis. She is thinking too much. And this guy puts a candied apple in front of her and says, shh. Don't think. I can smell the mint on your breath. Eve happily eats this candied apple.
Don't just self, just carry a fucking pack of Snickers with you now.
See? He says with a smile. I know people like her. Give her some food and she calms right down. Also, I've read her file. Her quirk relies on her glucose, so I can probably guess that she needs a lot of it. You win this day, Eve says. What?
I'm gonna pull out my fucking phone and just like fucking type on my phone just a message or on my notes app. I'm just gonna be like, stockpile candy bars to fit in pocket for Eve's spirals.
Spiral into philosophy. Ugh.
He goes for a spiral. I just like slowly start pulling out Snickers.
You know, those things are hard to get in Japan.
Candied apples or Snickers?
Candied apples. There are people... What?
That's weirdly fucking... Yeah, no, that's weird. Why the fuck are candy apples so hard to get?
It's just not something they do. Hey, you want to know something worse that's going to freak you out?
What?
You know beef?
Like, normal beef?
I have to order ground beef online when I'm over there.
that entire fucking country's a circus, I swear to God.
No, it's serious. They don't do ground beef stuff. All their beef is sliced.
I mean, that's great for steaks, but what if you want like a fucking decent burger? God damn.
Well, I guess your ass is fucked. You gotta go to one of those American food restaurants, which are actually just Mexican restaurants in disguise. He smiles.
I kind of just blink as he says that. I'm just like, wow.
Ain't the world a bitch?
Fucking apparently Japan is. God damn.
Yeah, Japanese people think the Mexican food we eat, which is just really bad Mexican food, basically, is actually American food because we eat it in a different way than, you know, the Mexicans do. So it's basically its own type of food, and they mistake it for our food, so they eat it thinking it's American food.
The only reason we eat it fucking weird is because most people fucking cancel out the spice aspect of it. What the fuck?
Also the pork aspect of it. We use beef. That shit is amazing with pork.
Yeah. I mean, I know most people fucking... I mean, most people like it with beef, but, you know, there are the people who do prefer pork to it.
Oh god, you have no idea. You ever been to Spain?
Honestly, probably.
Then you would know. You would know. Seafood's kind of big over there. You know what's bigger? Pork. Holy shit. The pigs. Oh my god. I've seen lines of 30 plus pigs hanging up in one shop. You can just walk up and buy one of them. I could not do that shit, man. Pork is okay, but I couldn't eat it for every meal.
Yeah, no, I would probably lose my fucking shit if I had to eat pork every goddamn meal.
What about horse, Eve says? Is that like cannibalism for you, or like...
That's actually a really good fucking question.
He thinks. I've never had horse. Apparently it's pretty bad, but I've never had it.
God willing, I've never had it either, but with how many fucking places I go to, it's not a guarantee.
You know what's really good? Shark fin soup. I prefer that.
It has no taste. How can you enjoy that?
It's the spice that brings it to life!
Yeah, but most places fucking cheap out on spice because they just had to serve a shark.
Yeah,
You know how
you gotta go to
expensive
the
that
right place.
Cartilage.
You gotta go to the right
Literally.
place, okay? There's this... Listen, in fucking Tokyo, in Saitama, there's this really fancy, up-class restaurant. Kind of place you can only get into if you know a guy that serves this great shark fin soup. You gotta go there. Alright?
Do you actually know the name of this place?
Yes, it is... Kiryu Kabachi.
In my notes app that I still have open from writing down about evening snacks more, I'm gonna put that down as well in case I ever go to Japan.
It's a really good fucking place. Trust me. Trust me. You would love it if you're there. Oh, man. But... I've never had horse, and... His mother here says it's real tough and hard to eat. I had dumbass brain explosion feed it to me one time by accident.
In Bakugo?
Oh yeah. He leans back. It says, yeah. You mean God. Crotch thrust explosive dynamite? What do they call him? It's something really pretentious.
Oh no, I think it's like compensating dick size dynamite explosion god.
I like that one. I'll try that one later. How about I got one. loud-ass mouth exploding cock. That one's good. Man, good thing he's not here right now. Or that would hurt.
I mean, what's he gonna do? Attack 2 other fucking pro heroes and a fucking kid? 2 kids?
His mother, once again, laying face down on the table, says, he's done it before.
Yeah, but just imagine the publicity I would be able to get off of that. Being attacked by the number 2 pro hero. I say with air quotes. Like, oh god. I'd be able to milk that for so much.
Yeah, he's got a temper on him. Of course, that girl of his is the only thing calming him down. I swear, she's so fucking creepy sometimes. You know who else is super creepy? Yuri. Holy shit, you met that guy?
Have I ever... Wait, did I actually meet Yuri?
I don't think you've met him in person, no.
He was in the stadium the first time, wasn't he?
Yes. And he says, he's like, you know honey badgers?
Yeah. Dude, honey badgers are fucking metal as shit.
Yeah. Yuri's like if you took a honey badger's stubbornness and mixed it with just a cat, like just the assholery of an angry cat and a snake. That's how I describe him. He's like, he's not a hero, but he's a hero. He's not a good guy, but he is a good guy. If it wasn't for his goddamn amazing access to networking and publicity, thanks to his huge network, I'm guessing he probably wouldn't be the number 1 hero. Speaking of, was that your mother?
What?
The person in the simulation playing music atop that pole, was that your mom?
Yeah.
I recognize her.
A lot of people do.
Yeah, she's that pop star. What is she part of? Rewind?
Yep.
Yeah. Rewind. Tell you what. I might be a good sponsor in the future.
What? Have, Rewind sponsor you?
Yeah.
I kind of already got that one unlocked.
Whoa. Turn back the clock a little bit. Did anyone else just hear that creepy-ass laugh from Cole?
Oh, yeah, no, I did too.
You know, in context, I wouldn't touch a Rewind with a 10-foot fucking pole.
Why not? Oh my god, you've already worked with a former vigilante turned hero, my god.
Yeah, emphasis on turned hero.
Why are you being racist against my mom?
How is... That's not a race? What the hell?
Vigilante is a race. That's a race of people. They're just a different breed. They're just built different, you know? It's like the Hokage. Built different.
It's just, yeah, you know, Rewind might be a good sponsorship, if only those who know.
No, he's saying, Rewind might be a good sponsorship. Meanwhile, in the back of my head, nah. I mean, for me, yeah. For you,
nah. And Eve says, I can't take it anymore. I need to know. She says, what is it like having hooves? Is it like an inconvenience? Or is it like better?
I was under the impression it was just like kind of having shoes all the time.
Oh, no, he says, shaking his head. It's completely different. It's way better on the ground. Not too much in the air, but way better on the ground.
What, do you get like more traction when running?
He stands up. Unlike Mom, I don't have horseshoes, so I can do shit like this. Yeah, I may be similar to a horse, but I can do something crazy. He fucking almost sticks to the side of the wall. You ever seen a goat do that?
Oh, the fucking, like, if it's, like, even the slightest degree of an angle, they can walk up it, it's, like, almost vertical.
Yeah, there's a part of the wall that has, like, a slight dent in it, where there used to be a water fountain.
And he
some
fucking walks up it.
yeah, he somehow like his feet, his hoof gains traction and walks up the side of the wall and just hangs there.
Dude, holy shit.
Yeah, there's just one issue.
And that is?
Getting down.
I mean... Yeah, no, yeah. That would actually probably really suck.
He carefully steps down and says, my feet aren't made to absorb a whole lot of force on the bottom of them, so...
Can't just jump down off of a high location, huh?
Yeah, unlike your guys' legs that are made to do that, my legs don't roll, they stiffen up and break. That's why the nail has to... That's why Mother has horseshoes, because she has a lot more jumping and fighting and kicking and slapping to do, other than me. I don't do that much. Let's try to see your quirk. You can create stuff, right? That's what I heard. That's what I saw.
Yeah, you've probably seen me create my axe. That, most, if not all of my creations have some form of musical theme to them. I think that's more of just like a subconscious nod to my secondary quirk, which, kinda sucks right now, mainly because of the amount of energy it drains from me.
Nah, you'll get used to it.
Yeah. I mean, shit, you see what my mom could do, and I just have, like, the weakened variation of that.
Not sure exactly how she does that. But whatever.
Yeah, at certain points I kind of just learned to stop questioning the shit that my mother does.
What? What is your mother's lifestyle like?
Adam thinks back to, like, his early childhood where he's just, like, going country to country with her whenever she was on tour. Just, like, kind of hectic.
She has 3 husbands, Eve says.
That too.
Whoa, that's a little bit strange, but alright. More power to you, free country and all, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I got 3 brothers, and, yeah.
And Eve says she has 3 husbands and they beg for the privilege. Oh.
As awkward as this conversation is getting, the fact that she is correct makes it even worse.
Okay, moving on, he says. I don't even think... I actually think his name is literally in chat. But he says, I don't think we ever exchange names. How you doing? He like holds out his hand, and see his hand is like kind of rough. Call me Ki, or Kikokri, or Kikowi, or whatever you want to call me. That's my name. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, number 11 pro hero Kiko. Nice to meet you too.
Certainly is. You know, once you all get out... Oh, that does remind me. Little lady, what's your quirk? She looks around. I can just make things more powerful. Like,
I just slowly turn to her. Like...
Hmm?
You sounded so unenthusiastic about that.
I can't create shit or don't have hooves, which I'm starting to think might be a little bit weirder than I think it is. I don't do that. I just hit things real hard and they go away forever.
Yeah, but if you had like a gun or something, you can make that bullet like travel at the speed of sound.
Really? He says, handing her a bouncy ball. What can you do with this? No.
As he hands her that, I'm just not even gonna say anything. I'm just gonna start slowly getting down.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Slowly is just crouching.
Like, I go like full prone, and I'm like, alright, let it rip.
And she says, you sure? I mean, I don't think this ball will survive. And he says, no, I use that for training. It can take a good amount of force before it breaks.
As he says that, I curl up into a ball underneath one of the tables. I'm like, Eve, please, just for the love of God, prove it to him already, and I want you to whip it as hard as you can.
Okay.
Oh boy,
And
we're
then
about
please-
we're about to replicate the Men in Black scene, aren't we?
As soon as I say that, I'm like, and as soon as it leaves your hand, get under this fucking table with me, because I'm pretty sure you would be very hurt by your own hit.
You get underneath the table, and you find something down here.
What do I find?
As you crawl underneath the table, as she reels it back, as he says, I'm sure it's not too bad, as she reels her arm back. You see, like, the hairs just around Great Horn's leg, Pony's leg, just around, like, where her hoof is, they start standing on end.
Oh.
As,
Shit.
as Eve...
Like, this is about to be a lot worse than I anticipated.
As Eve... You know the Soul Punisher pose? She does that. She gets all the way from her left ear with her right arm and whips it at the ground. So...
Real quick, I also want to say I will take my phone and I will stick it, like, have my hand, like, over top, just recording where, like, this all fucking happens.
So, immediately, as soon as that happens, you see, like, Pony, like, immediately get up, and then will lift up the table, hold up the table, and deflects the ball off of it as it begins to go absolutely. How this ball works is it actually has enough health for Eve not to be able to break it. It has 1,000 durability. So
Jesus Christ.
yeah, this ball is made of a really durable metal. It's liquidy.
Hey,
So-
real quick, how many other people were in this cafeteria area?
Zero. No one
Oh my
else.
god.
No one else is here. But that's not the issue. This ball starts to boom. It doesn't lose too much force. In fact, it loses very little, as it completely screeches across this place. It busts one of the windows in the doorway, and it goes out into the next room.
As it does that, I'm gonna, like, just kind of turn my camera towards it.
You see, in the next room, it begins bouncing around. It breaks a trophy case. And then it goes up a stairway. Oh god, it's on the loose, Pony says. Hey, get back here, she says, throwing open the doors, chasing after it.
I'm gonna turn to Pony's kid and Eve. We all agree we weren't here, right?
He waves his hand and slowly backs up into the supply closet, closing the door.
I'm gonna reach over, I'm gonna grab Eve's hand, and just ever so calmly walk the fuck out.
Oh, you go up that same staircase. You can see what's happening. This thing, people are chasing this thing. As Eve multiplied the force by 15, so people are chasing this thing around the place. It's in the fucking rafters now, and you can hear it like hitting the roof occasionally. Then it'll ping down to somebody, hit them in the side of the face. They'll stagger around, then it'll go back up into the rafters, it'll randomly come back down, hit something else as people are trying to chase this thing. And it gets loose in the main room and just starts flying around the simulation room in a circle before it eventually is caught. Pony eventually jumps up and catches this thing with her bare hands, and she says, God damn it! Whoa! Where do those little brats go?
I'm gonna grab Eve's hand, I'm gonna walk back to where her kid is, where Pony's kid is. Like, we're gonna open the supply cabinet.
He is just standing in there.
It's like, here's my number. Yeah, we weren't involved in this. I'm gonna walk away after I hand him my number.
He closes the door for you as you exit. Okay, so please explain how you get out of this.
What side of the stadium are we on? We're on the Pro Hero side, right?
Yes, you're on the northern side of the stadium.
Okay, cool.
It was just stopped near the southern section of the main simulation room. Which, by the way, the whole crowd just saw that. Like, all the people who were getting here early they literally just saw 2 security guards and Great Horn come out from the simulation back room and just chasing this fucking what looks like a tiny rubber bouncy ball across this room as it is going absolutely insane, and eventually she's able to catch it.
How many people did that hit?
About 4.
Okay, less than I thought it would. I'm also gonna like finally stop recording. Like I stopped recording after it got caught, but then so I'm gonna grab Eve's hand and I'm just gonna walk to where we went to the last time for the fucking private booths, and just get into one of them.
Yeah, you get into your private booth you have here, as you've been here more than enough times for this, and Eve says, "Welp, we tried to warn him."
Hey, we gave him fair warning, and I now have amazing footage.
Yeah, that was funny as shit.
Oh my god! Oh yeah, no, it's not gonna be that bad. Fucking dude, did he not watch your fucking tryout?
Probably
you
not.
knocked down a goddamn building.
Probably not. He had no idea. Let's be honest. That was hilarious. They had to chase it. You see their faces. They were so fucking confused. They thought it was a fucking what? I think they thought it was like a dude who could like shrink down super small as they were yelling at it.
I have no idea, but that was so fucking great.
Oh my god, that was so good.
Alright, real quick, I want to look at my watch. How much time until I'm supposed to be heading to go meet my mom?
Like 10 minutes at this point.
Like, I'm very disappointed that we didn't get to see Bakugo, but, you know, at least we had some good quality laughs.
Yeah, plus that guy seemed really nice.
Yeah. Well,
Also,
I gave him my number, so, you know. Hey, he might also be able to hook us up with some sponsors, since apparently those two are mainstreaming in it right now.
She thinks. Wait a minute. We need to return to him one day.
Why?
I'm curious about something, she says, squinting her eyes.
Is it about the hooves again?
No. Don't worry about it. I'll find out one day for myself. Now then. She slowly sneaks away. Come on, let's go.
Alright. Yeah, we're gonna sneak out of the stadium.
It's not too hard considering how far they are from you. You get out and then calmly, carefully, acting casually, drive out of the parking lot. Eve says, "Damn it. I need to know. I'll have to find out later."
Are you gonna tell me what you need to know?
He's like a horse, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does he have a tail?
As she says that, am I like on the main road yet?
Yes.
I kind of like jerk the wheel. I'm like, that's a good fucking question.
If so, can we make a violin out of it?
That's a weirder question, but also now I'm curious.
I am too. We'll have to find out later once we see him again. I'm sure we will. Now let's go to your mother. I have some very important questions for her.
I have some important questions to ask her as well, yes.
Question. She looks at you. Your mother's not going crazy or anything, right?
I mean, the conversations I've had with her have been, you know, standard protocol. Talking about her concerts, talking about her crew going to said concerts, setting up said concerts. Do I recall anything out of, like, left field that me and my mother have talked about?
Pretty much, no. You're fine.
Yeah. Like, no, she's acting like she normally does. Just,
okay.
You know, she might apparently either have been, still is, or at least knows vigilantes.
You know, I kind of admire her. I'm really afraid.
In the sense of...
Well, I'm really afraid to be her age.
How old is my mom?
I'm assuming you would know your mother's age. Your mother is 48.
Older than I thought. I was gonna say she's in like her 30s or so.
No, your mother is 48.
All right.
And actually, yeah, you would know she was around 48 then, yeah. Never mind. So, I was thinking, like, would you even know? Yeah, you would know. So, there's some thoughts, and she says, well, you know, a lot of people judge women her age, but she's still loved by so many people. They don't care how old she is. They all think she's beautiful. I want to be like that one day, you know? Despite my body growing older and people not really, you know, caring about me as much, I want to be like her one day where people still love me and can appreciate me on a massive level.
Worry. Hey, don't worry. Whenever you get old, I get old. And whenever I get old...
You die.
No. Well, yes,
yeah,
but...
that's how boys work. You die first.
Are we really going to make this a competition?
No.
Competition about who dies first.
No, I mean, I'm already winning. Like, average age for a female in America is 89. Like, average lifespan, 89. You guys are still at, like, 83, so, like, I'm winning, clearly.
Well, now I'm going to live just out of spite.
No, you aren't. We both aren't. We're going to die in the line of duty.
I mean, while that is a possibility, it's not the fucking goal.
It isn't?
No, the goal is to be a hero, get super famous, make a fuck ton of cash, retire,
and then die.
Then sponsor new heroes.
Nah.
To make more cash.
Nah, fuck all that. I don't want to die like that. I don't want to die in a bed surrounded by my grandchildren. No. I want to die. Gun in my hand, on fire, falling into my grave.
I mean, my thoughts were more along the lines of, you know, after we retire, you would buy like a chocolate factory or something. But yeah, that works too, I guess.
And that's how I would die, doing what I love, eating chocolate. Yes. No, here's what I'm imagining. Right, I want to go on a revenge journey, like one of those gay dudes from the old Greek myths. You know, I want to fall in love with someone, and then they die horribly to a villain group, and I go to that villain group's headquarters, and I kill them all and die at the end.
I'm going to look at Eve. If I die, you are to do that. Okay?
I absolutely will, for my main man. For my main man. She says, slowly resting her head against the console. I'll do it. I'll fucking kill him. But unfortunately, I don't know where any headquarters are. And secondly, there's no villain groups currently fucking with anyone right now. Well, at least in UA, I'm pretty sure, so we're fine.
Oh, yeah. No, there's no way fucking villains would be dumb enough to attack UA. Like, seriously. And even then, it has to be the fucking teachers who deal with it. Who the fuck is gonna send a fucking kid to take care of a teacher's fucking job? Like, seriously, that's just the dumbest shit ever.
Yeah, that would be super irresponsible.
Returns to school. Announcement, a local villain group defeated by 2 quirkless individuals and 2 students.
Defeated by a quirkless white boy with a little bit of swag, busting it down sexual style. My god, the principal would absolutely lose his shit. Okay, Sarah killing villains on property, that's fine. Other Sarah making an announcement that he's busting it down sexual style on the villains. He would fucking murder that kid. He would be like, "You are the villain now, bitch."
Goes straight to the school paper.
God, that would be on
Like,
international news.
It's like
oh my
local
God.
student breaks into UA's principal's office to make an announcement about a quirked out white boy button and sound sexual style. Principal left baffled about how he got through security. It's like, how the fuck did you get through security?
How did he
Airbend.
get?
God damn it!
How did he get past my 4 sentry turrets?
Easy.
Looks
He's
over,
very-
all of them are just fucking broken.
all of them shot each other somehow.
No, they're all perfectly fine, and he goes back through. It's like no quirk detected. He's like, shit, didn't think of that.
Yeah, they're actually only meant to target quirk like.
They track
Quirk
people based on
individuals.
their quirks. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And
So they scan him. It's just like, well, there's no one here. Just turn off.
it's just, I imagine it too. I imagine, Sarah with his like fucking stupid face, this super young kid grabs the intercom, kicks back with his shoes on the table, and he's like, "I'd like to make an announcement, everybody." Just all the teachers in the teachers' lounge just look at each other, start fucking running. I'd like to announce that a villain group has been defeated in UA by a quirkless white kid breaking it down sexual style, and yes, I am in fact goated with the sauce.
Have either of you guys ever seen Shawshank Redemption?
Yes.
Whenever he breaks into the fucking or whenever he's in the warden's office and he turns on the fucking PA and fucking starts playing music over it, I just imagine Sarah makes this announcement, then fucking turns on like fucking some like old fucking 2000 hip hop, and just starts blaring it through the fucking PA system.
Golden Fist breaks in and just throws the door at him. Oh my god. Either way, so that's where I'm gonna have to end today's session, as I have a session in only like 20 minutes. So, thank you everyone so much for coming today. That was an interesting session. We've met some pro heroes today. Amazing, amazing. I hope everyone's loving the current setup of all the pro heroes. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Grayskull.
And for Adam Grayskull, who is not currently here, I will also say goodbye.
All right. Thank you, and good night.